Hey guys, how are you? This is Greg, licensed used car dealer in California since '05. So today, guys, I want to let you know about floor plan. If you're not familiar with the floor plan, basically what it is that if you're low on cash and you don't have the money to buy cars, what you can do is you can borrow it from these floor plan companies. So AFC and Nextgear, they're the two major ones. And basically they give you a certain limit. Here I got 100,000. And what they do is that when you go to the auction to sign in and get your bidder badge, they ask you how you want to pay. Do you want to pay cash, check, wire, floor plan? You tell them floor plan, and they know about AFC. They know about Nextgear. They'll ask you, is it AFC or Nextgear? So when you buy the cars, you put it under AFC, and you don't have to just get it under the floor plan. You can still pay cash. You can still write checks. But basically, the way it works is that they don't give you the title. They send it to the flooring company, and they give you a drive out slip, and you take off with the car. Okay, so if you look at my screen here, I have a credit limit of 100,000. Total principal outstanding is 43,200. And this is how much available credit I have. I don't usually use that much of my floor plan because what happens is that with mine, it's a $130 fee for 60 days, and then there's interest that accrues on top of that. And as you guys know, obviously, if you're in the business, sometimes it takes a while to get cars ready. You got to bring them back, you got to detail them, you got to fix them. Sometimes it takes a while to fix them, and there's other issues here and there. And so, it could take a whole month, sometimes even more, just to get a car ready. And you don't want to have a whole bunch of cars come up at the due date because if you haven't sold the car already, you're going to have to pay something which is called a curtailment, where you pay a fee and then you get another additional 30 days. Now, that's the way it works with my account. It works differently with other people. Some people just floor cars for 30 days. I do 60 right now. So the way it works is that they'll send someone and they won't tell you. And what it is called an audit. And that person will come and they'll check to see that every car is there. Now, a lot of times when you are reconditioning cars, they're at the body shop, they're at the mechanic shop, detail. So, say your 2006 Honda isn't there. They say, where is it? Oh, well, it's over at Paint USA, and talk to Julio, and this is his number. And then they'll call Julio and they'll verify it. And they just want to make sure that you haven't sold any cars and haven't paid them, because the way it works is that if you sell a car, you have to pay them within 48 hours. Once you pay them, they send the title to you and you can register the car. Now, if you're doing financing, it's different. The way it works with me and AFC, because sometimes it takes a little while to get the funding from a finance deal. They have to The finance company has to verify employment, they have to check references, and this and that. So sometimes it can take up to a week to actually get funded. So if you contact these guys and let them know that it's going through the funding process, they'll give you more than 48 hours to pay for the vehicle. You just got to let them know what's going on. And then once you finally do get funded, you pay them and they give you the title. So yeah, that's how it works. That's what basically floor plan. They're just a lender. They charge you a flat fee and they charge interest on top. And if you take a look here, see, I have a car that's due tomorrow that I got to pay. And if I don't want to pay the whole thing, I can pay it off right here, or otherwise, this one's actually, I got to call them and tell them that I want to curtail it again because I've already curtailed this vehicle before. But if you take a look at this one right here, '07 Ford Mustang, if I don't have the money to pay for this, they give me the option to pay this curtail fee. And you really don't want to do this because it starts to get expensive. You start spending a lot of money. This is a lot, they make a lot of money with the curtailments. You basically want to sell it as soon as possible. Now, this particular vehicle had a transmission issue, so I haven't even put it up for sale yet, and it's coming up on 60 days, and I'm just because I got a lot of stuff in storage. Sometimes I don't even have time to get to these cars, but I want to sell them as soon as possible so I don't have to pay all these additional fees and interest. So if you go here to the inventory dashboard, let's take a look here. It shows the principal that I've borrowed, the interest, the fees. It tells me when I have to pay. It tells me how many units I've floored, units that are due, units I've paid off. I've paid off 162 units. These are all the cars on my floor plan. And if I click here, it gives me more information, the VIN, the stock, the amount that was funded, principal balance, the interest, the fees, and I can check out the paperwork. I can check out the title right here. So, here's the, I can download this, by the way. So if I want some more additional details or the customer wants to see the title, sometimes the customers want to see that you have the title. And sometimes people want to take the car out of state and register it. So you have to go, this has happened to me before where I had to go with a customer and give the money to the floor plan company for them to release the title so they can go register it in another state. So yeah, so here's the title and back of the title, registration, wholesale slip. So there's that. And bill of sale from the auction. So yeah, so these are all the units I've floored. Uh, okay, so they also have things at the sales where they'll give you like a free float, or excuse me, they'll give you a free. You know how I was telling you have to pay 130 bucks for 60 days? They'll have these things at auctions for special occasions where you don't have to pay the $130 fee. It's just basically showing gratitude on their behalf for you being a customer. They run these little promotions from time to time. But you guys pretty much catch my drift. I've pretty much explained the whole thing regarding floor plan. Just remember, if your credit is decent and you don't have the cash or you don't want to invest your own cash in the cars, this is another option. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Until then, take care.